He had nothing, yet he gave everything. A poor young boy saw a starving old man on the street and shared his only meal. But what he didn't know was that this man wasn't just homeless, he was a secret millionaire testing humanity's heart. What happened next would change both of their lives forever. It was another cold morning in Southside, where cracked sidewalks and flickering streetlights told stories of forgotten lives. 12-year-old Malik Parker ran down the block with a paper bag in his hand, a single peanut butter sandwich wrapped in foil, the only lunch his mother could afford to pack that day. He wore worn-out sneakers, a second-hand jacket 2 sizes too big, and a heart far bigger than the world around him. He passed by alleyways, graffiti walls, and broken dreams, heading toward his school, when he saw him. An old man sat beside a trash bin near the corner bakery. His clothes were tattered, beard unkempt, hands trembling from the cold. Most people just walked by. Some turned their faces away. But Malik stopped. The man looked up, his eyes glassy and weak. "Got any change, son?" Malik checked his pockets. A few coins, that was it. He hesitated, looking at the sandwich in his hand. His stomach growled. But then he noticed the man's shaking fingers and the way his lips turned blue from the wind. Without another thought, he knelt down and handed over the sandwich. "Here, it's not much, but it's fresh. My mom made it." The old man blinked, stunned. "You're giving me your food?" Malik smiled shyly. "Yeah, you look hungrier than me." The man's lips trembled. "Son, what's your name?" "Malik." "Malik," the man whispered, his eyes glistening. "Thank you." Malik shrugged. "Don't thank me. My mom says when you help someone, you don't lose anything. You just make room for something better." The boy waved goodbye and ran toward school, stomach empty, but heart full. Hours later, the old man was still sitting there when a sleek black Mercedes slowed to a stop beside him. A man in a tailored coat stepped out. "Sir, are you all right? Mr. Winston, we've been looking everywhere for you." Pedestrians gasped. The old man lifted his head, confused faces surrounding him. He was Arthur Winston, a reclusive billionaire who had disappeared from the spotlight 6 months ago after the death of his wife. He had left everything behind, his mansion, his company, his name, to live among those who had nothing, searching for a reason to believe in people again. And that morning he found it, in a hungry boy with a peanut butter sandwich. That evening, Malik returned home to a small apartment where his mom, Renee, worked 2 jobs just to keep the lights on. "Hey, baby," she smiled wearily. "How was school?" He shrugged. "It was fine. I gave my sandwich to a homeless man." Her face softened. "You what?" "He looked really hungry, Mom. It felt right." She smiled, eyes wet. "You've got a good heart, Malik. Your daddy would be proud." They hugged, unaware that someone else was about to knock on their door. The next morning, as Malik got ready for school, a black Mercedes parked outside their building. A man in a gray suit stepped out and holding an envelope. "Mrs. Parker, I work for Mr. Arthur Winston. He asked me to deliver this." Renee frowned, confused, and took the envelope. Inside was a handwritten note and a check. The note read, "To Malik Parker, you reminded me that kindness still lives in this world. I once had everything but forgot what it meant to give. You gave when you had nothing. Let me return that gift. Arthur Winston." Attached was a check for $50,000. Renee gasped, her knees gave out. "Oh my God." Malik stared, speechless. "Mom, is this real?" She looked at him through tears. "You just changed our lives, baby." That weekend, the Mercedes returned. This time, Arthur Winston himself stepped out, clean-shaven, wearing a simple sweater and a warm smile. Malik ran to him, eyes wide. You're the man from the street. Arthur knelt down, his old hands trembling. And you're the boy who fed me when no one else did. Malik grinned shyly. You didn't look like a rich man. Arthur chuckled. That was the point. I lost faith in people after my wife died. I needed to see if kindness still existed. You proved me wrong in the best way. Malik's mom joined them, shaking his hand. Mr. Winston, I don't know what to say. Say thank you by letting me help, he said gently. I want to set up a scholarship fund for Malik. His kindness deserves to go far. Malik blinked. A what? A scholarship. Arthur smiled. Yes, you're going to college someday, kid, no matter what. Years passed. Malik grew up, studied hard, and never forgot that one moment on the cold street corner. Arthur Winston became like a grandfather to him, attending his birthdays, helping with school, guiding him through life. One day, standing at his university graduation, Malik gave his speech. I once thought being poor meant having nothing, but now I know being poor means forgetting to give. A sandwich changed my life, because when you give from your heart, it comes back to you multiplied. In the front row, Arthur wiped a tear from his cheek. He had found the one thing money couldn't buy: hope. And Malik had learned that even the smallest act of kindness can change the course of two lives forever.
I am Liam, and trust me, the next HOA story is even worse. Subscribe now.